Alright, so today we're going to be doing a favorite Pokemon fan favorite tier list. Everyone's favorite Pokemon, objectively, is going to be on the list. Fan favorites, I like them, but we're going to have 5 tiers though. Supreme in the red, Admire in the orange, good, yellow is orange, okay, in the yellow, and then Diarrhea is in the green, because Diarrhea is kind of, ugh. But without further ado, let's get right into the video, not wasting any more time. Dragonite. See, I like Dragonite. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's just good. I feel like I admire Dragonite. I like it. I like it as a Pokemon. I do like it in anime too. I like it as a whole. It's strong, multi-scale, love it. Classic Pokemon. One of the first dragons added in Pokemon. I take it. I take the Pokemon. I like it. But next, Flygon. Also admire Flygon too. I love it. Should have got a Mega? Sure. But it's admire for sure. Strong Pokemon as well. Venusaur. Honestly biased. Supreme. I love me some Venusaur. My favorite starter in Kanto. One of my favorite grass starters. Loved it ever since I picked it in Fire Red. Stuck with it since. I know you don't care, but I have, kind of like a plushie, but you don't really care, so honestly, I don't mind telling you. Gengar. Same thing with Gengar. Gengar Supreme too. I love Gengar. One of the first ghost types, honestly, I had ever in Pokemon. Surprisingly enough, even though I didn't play, Fire Red wasn't my first game. It was Platinum. Platinum was my first game. Then it was Emerald. But that doesn't matter. Gengar. Love it. Deserves to be there. Umbreon. Supreme as well. Deserves to be there. Honestly, my second favorite EV evolution, I'll say. My second favorite. Can't go wrong. Umbreon. Tank. Love the stats. Love what it can do, and I love design. Love, it evolves through friendship during night. Espeon's during day. Speaking of Espeon also Supreme. I love Espeon too. The Johto EV evolutions, I take it. And EV itself, I think it's just good. I think it's okay. Basic, plain Eevee, I'll take it. See, if Eevee normal base gets like a Mega Evolution or an Extra Evolution, a normal Eevee evolution in Pokemon ZA or something, just say Gardevoir. I admire Gardevoir. I don't like it that much compared to the rest of other people. I don't know. Maybe I'm in a minority. Probably am. Because Gardevoir is a... Gallade, I also like Gallade. I like Gallade and Gardevoir about the same. I don't like one better than the other. Because I used both before. I used both Megas before. I do think Gardevoir is obviously stronger, but... Swampert, Supreme. Love Swampert. Fan favorite for a reason. Swampert's there. Love it. Snorlax, I admire Snorlax. Big boy. Basically a roadblock Pokemon. You just slab it on into a bridge or something, or a road, and no one can go through, apparently. You can't just jump over it. You can't just hop in the river and then go up and under and up. I said it wrong. Arcanine, I also admire too. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. In Kanto, yeah. All time, I'll say it's like top 30. Lucario's also admire. I take Lucario. I like it. Absol, another dog. I think it's good. I'm gonna have to put someone in good tier. Anyone love it? Absol? Let me know. I don't hate Absol. I just think it's a good Pokemon. I don't have any attachment to it, really. I only used it like twice, ever. Blaziken. Blaziken Supreme. Honestly, the best firefighting starter. Argue with the wall. Infernape. Emboar. Especially Emboar. Mimikyu Supreme. Easy. Love the Pokemon. Supreme is like top of the top. Pinnacle of Pokemon. One of my favorites. Basically, Supreme is like my favorites, basically. And then Admire is like pretty good. Really good. And then good is just good. And then okay. It's just about average. maybe mediocre, and the diarrhea is just trash. Mudkip, admire. Love Mudkip. One of my first starters in Emerald, and also Pokemon Omega Ruby. So many members. Sceptile. Sceptile is also admire. Is everything just gonna be a Supreme and admire? I don't know, but it's just my list. So Sceptile, I love Sceptile. Not as much as Blaziken. As much as Blaziken. Tyranitar. I keep saying T-Tar, whatever. I admire it. I think I admire it. Yeah. I don't like the Mega though. Base T-Tar. Base Tyranitar I like. Base. Raichu, I think it's pretty good. I understand why people like it. I do like Alolan Raichu a little bit more. But Raichu's okay. Pikachu, we'll hold off on Pikachu for now. Mew Supreme. I love me some Mew. Mew. Maybe I add another tier. Maybe. Heaven tier. You already know what that means. Everything's not gonna be Supreme. I gotta put some things in heaven. You know, that's high up there. Ride or die Pokemon is gonna go up there. Ride or die. Oh yeah, I'm standing on that hill forever. But let's get right back to this. Chandelure. I admire Chandelure. I take it. I'll take the guy. But is it my favorite fire type? Favorite ghost type is up there. It's top 10. Favorite fire type? It's kind of the same thing. Whatever. Scizor. I think it's Supreme. Yeah. Volcarona. Heaven. Supreme. Heaven. Gengar. Heaven. Swampert. Heaven. That's for now. Just for now. Decidueye. I think Decidueye is Supreme. I like Decidueye. I mean, classic design. Owl. It made me like owls a lot more. Decidueye. It's crazy enough saying that, but yeah. Dragapult. Base, but heaven. Yeah. Pretty much. Greninja, same thing. Base, I know. Vanilla. Yeah, whatever. Mewtwo. It's kind of the same thing. Sylveon. See, I like it. Not as much as other people. I admire it. Rayquaza, heaven. Glaceon, heaven for me personally. That's my favorite evolution right there. Glaceon. I didn't put it there just because I liked it. Even though I did say in the beginning, oh, maybe I put something I like in there. But people like Glaceon. People like Glaceon, so I put it on here. Ninetales, Alolan. I think it's good. I don't like it that much. Same thing with base Ninetales. I like it. It's above okay. It's above okay. Don't hate me. I'm not gonna like everything. It's gonna be good. Heracross. I like Heracross. Supreme. Suicune. Also Supreme. Oh yeah, I take that. Electivire. Always liked Electivire for some reason. Always did. Maybe it was because of design. I'll put it in Supreme. Lycanroc. I think it's okay. See, I think it's okay. I don't think it's terrible. It's just a little bit left to be desired. Mamoswine, I also think it's good. I don't like it that much, but it is a fan favorite. Scyther. I like Scyther. Scyther's admire. Salamence. Salamence is Supreme. Darkrai. That's an easy heaven right there. Haxorus. Supreme. Talonflame. Admire. Pikachu. Supreme. I might get some backlash right there. Sorry. Crocodile. I'll put admire. I'll explain why. See, I like crocodiles. I also like the ground type. But did I know that at the time as a kid? Heck no. But I still liked the guy. I like the Sandile. I like the Crocorock. That's pretty much the only ground type I had on my team. In Unova. Basically. Besides Escadrille. It's one of those two. Pick either Crocodile or Escadrille. I played that game about 5 times. So yeah. That guy is definitely going to be on I didn't know how to talk no more. Aegis Slasher Supreme. Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh's also Supreme. Noivern, I think is good. Piplup, I also think is good. Nah, Admire. I like penguins a lot. But Empoleon's not my favorite starter, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Because Piplup is good. Hydreigon, I said it wrong. Supreme. Zoroark. Admire. I admire it. Typhlosion. Supreme. I always put it in Supreme. Milotic. Supreme. Kyogre. Easy Supreme. Groudon. Easy Supreme. Arceus. Easy Supreme. Giratina. Easy Supreme. Reshiram. Easy Supreme. Zekrom. Easy Supreme. Should I put these in heaven? Yes. Tears in the Tears don't matter. Arceus, heaven, obviously. Giratina, Groudon, Kyogre, all of them. Gen 3, 4, 5, they wanted to stretch with legendaries. Even though this, the Swords of Justice, only like one of them. The Genies, the Lake Guardians, Jirachi's nice. It's a mythical, I know. Gen 3, 4, 5. Alright. Grimmsnarl. Admire. Oshawa. I love otters. I love me some otters. Sea otters. Land otter, doesn't matter. Heaven. Quagsire. Almost said the. I thought I said the name wrong. I can't believe it. I will put it in heaven for sure. My derpy dude right there. Alakazam. Supreme. Superior. I admire. Gudra. Supreme. Dedenne. No thank you. Zero Aura Supreme. Incineroar is Supreme. Glycopod Supreme. Primarina Supreme. Solgaleo Supreme. Gen 7, I'll explain why. Incineroar, played it with it like 3 times. My favorite starter in that region. Somehow bipedal, I didn't know it was gonna be bipedal when I had it. Glycopod, I like it because basically Guzma made it look cool. I had it on my team. Wimpy is a wimp, but I do not like a emergency exit. That's one thing I don't like about the Pokemon. Primarina, Water Fairy type, honestly, pretty viable. When I had it on my team. Love the Pokemon. Solgaleo, my favorite legendary. Honestly, top 5 all time. Surprisingly, of me to say that, but yeah, it's definitely there. Incineroar there because of competitive too, obviously. Toxtricity is okay. I'm not really a big fan of Toxtricity. You can hate me, but like, I don't know. Never had it on my team, but it's just, I love the design, so I'll just put in good. I don't think it's just okay. Corviknight, I think it's just good. Snom, I know Japanese players like this. Snom, I do like Snom. It's cute, but I don't like it as a Pokemon. I'm just gonna keep an Eevee on. Alchemy is diarrhea. Sorry. Cinderace, I do think it's just okay. Listen, it's a rabbit. I know. I love the ability, but the only problem with this guy is that that I don't associate with this. What that is. Why couldn't they make the buddy look a little bit better? I'm sorry. Raboot, amazing. That's a S tier design. But Cinderace, that's a huge letdown. That's like Torterra in the anime for Ash. That's a letdown. That's how bad I think it is. You went from something that's a lot of upside potential to something that's just too steep. You can't go back up now. It's just too steep. You can't go back up. Zacian, Supreme. Inteleon, Admire. Sorry about the tangent. Scolipede, Supreme. Urshifu, Supreme. Dracovish is Supreme. Heaven too. Urshifu, my mascot. Heaven. Gyarados, Supreme. Breloom, Admire. Empoleon, obviously Supreme. Bidoof, Supreme. Weavile, I think it's just good. Frostlass, Supreme. I'll explain why Bidoof, you already know why. Same reason as Quagsire. Frostlass, cool ghost type. I wish it was stronger. It needs to A Mega Evolution. That's what I forgot. It needs a Mega Evolution. And Polion, love it because Penguins, obviously. Gyarados, no, who hates Gyarados? Scolipede, I love Scolipede because my favorite bug type, one of my favorite bug types. Top 5. And also just, not just looks cool, but the ability isn't that bad. For a bug type, you don't expect nothing from a bug type, be honest. But yeah. Palkia, Supreme. Buzzwole, doesn't look cool. Obstagoon, love Obstagoon. Ursaluna, sleeper pick right there. Ursaluna, blood. It didn't even need an evolution. Why? It looks really cool. Ceruledge, Supreme, Gargantual, I admire. Claw, I admire the memes. The Dunsparce, I admire. King Gambit, Supreme. Annihilate, Supreme. Miraidon, Supreme. Chiyu, PU, Supreme. Palafin, I admire. Ampharos, Supreme. Dragonite, Supreme. Snorlax, Supreme. Nah, I can't put everyone Supreme. I gotta bump some people down. Torterra, I admire. Take-a-ton, Supreme. Clodsire, Supreme. Crobat, Supreme. Lugia, Supreme. Gliscor, Supreme. And Lapras, I'll explain why for those people. Lapras, one of my favorite HM Pokemon to use in the Fire Red games and Leaf Green. Gliscor, love it because of the anime. Lugia, top 10 favorite legendary. Crobat, always had Crobat on my team somehow. Carried. Clodsire, memes. Take-a-ton, had on my Scarlet team. Did some damage for sure. I also like how it tarnishes Corviknights with its hammer. I just think it is a lovey-dovey Pokemon until it meets a Corviknight. Just like the Heatmore rivalry with Durant. Luxray, I admire. I don't admire, just admire. I Supreme because I got a shiny Luxray in my Pokemon Scarlet run. 30 minutes in, crazy. Yveltal, I admire. Infernape, I just admire. I'm not a huge Infernape fan, but if it gets a little bit extra love somehow. Beware, admire. Machamp, Supreme. Victini, Supreme. Magikarp, obviously Supreme. Dialga, Supreme. Marshadow, Supreme. Basculegion, I admire. And then Koraidon, I just admire. I'll put Miraidon back in admire too. I'll explain Miraidon and Koraidon. Koraidon, I like Koraidon a little bit better. I chose Pokemon Scarlet. I do like Miraidon's ability better than Koraidon's. But Marshadow though, Marshadow is just better than all of them. Marshadow is just easy. So easy heaven tier. Victini's easy heaven tier. Chiyu's easy heaven tier. Crobat, easy heaven tier. Blaziken, easy heaven tier. Umbreon, Mew, Electivire, Haxorus. These Pokemon mean a lot to me. Heaven just, ride or die. I'm gonna die on the hill for them. Snorlax, same thing. Ho-Oh, same thing. Heracross, same thing. Crocodile, same thing. And Glycopod, same thing. Gudra, Gudra too. Gudra, Bidoof, obviously Bidoof. Magikarp, obviously Heaven, both of them. I might have been joking when I say that. I'm not joking. Obstagoon could stay there. Milotic, I like Milotic, decent enough. Salamis could stay there. I actually don't hate these Pokemon. I'm not surprised with myself. I don't hate that much Pokemon. Luckily, the fan favorites are fan favorites for a reason. That means majority or about half people like it. Majority is like 70% or above. I think it's like moderately like 50%. I like about 70. I like about 70% of like majority. Yeah, I like some majority of these Pokemon. Mudkip can go up to Supreme. Actually, can go up to Heaven. Actually, but that's pretty much about it. Who should I bump down? No one, because I don't hate no one on this list besides Dedenne. But yeah. Yeah. Also in Polion, I actually I like penguins. I'm sorry for saying that too much. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the tier list. We got 42 Pokemon in Heaven. And then we got about 36 Pokemon in Supreme. Then we got about 27 Pokemon in Mire. Did I count right? I don't know. Then we have about 9 Pokemon in Good, and 3 Pokemon in Good and Okay, and 2 Pokemon in Diarrhea. Without further ado, have a good day. And peace out. Hold on. Give me a second. Mimikyu is Heaven. I can't believe I missed you. I'm sorry. Hydreigon also can go there. Piplup can go there. Sorry, Goodra, you're gonna get bumped down. And Gillespie. Yeah. But yeah, have a good day. See you later.